day, everyone. I am Charles Darwin F. Lewis.
I'm Earl Joseph Mundihar, and I am your reporter for today's topic. And please join us today as we will discuss about the letter of Rizal to the young woman of Malolos.
This letter was written by Rizal on February 22, 1889. And this letter is written when he was in London. Jose Rizal's legacy to Filipino women is embodied in his famous essay entitled To the Young Woman of Malolos, where he addresses all kinds of women, mothers, wives, and the unmarried. This letter was originally written in Tagalog. Rizal penned his writing when he was in London in response to the request of Marcelo H. Del Pilar. The salient points contained in this letter are as follows. First, the rejection of spiritual authority of the friars. Not all of the priests in the country that time embodied the true spirit of Christ and his church. Most of them were corrupted by worldly desires and used worldly methods to effect change and force discipline among people with judgment. Third, the qualities Filipino mothers need to possess as evidenced by this portion of his letter. Rizal is greatly concerned of the welfare of the Filipino children and homes they grow up in. Fourth, duties and responsibilities of Filipino mothers to their children. Fifth, duties and responsibilities of a wife to her husband. Filipino women are known to be submissive, tender, and loving. Rizal states in this portion of his letter how Filipino women ought to be as wives in order to preserve the identity of the race. And sixth, counsel to the young woman on their choice of a lifetime partner. Rizal's message to the Filipino woman. Jose Rizal was greatly impressed by the fighting spirit that young woman of Malolos had shown. In his letter, he expresses great joy and satisfaction over the battle they had fought. In this portion of Rizal's letter, it is obvious that his ultimate desire was for women to be offered the same opportunities as those received by men in terms of education. During these days, young girls were not sent to school because of the universal notion that they would soon only be taken as wives and stay at home with the children. Rizal, however, emphasizes on freedom of thought and the right to education, which must be granted to both boys and girls alike. The responsibilities of Filipino mothers to their children. Rizal stipulates a number of important points in this portion of his letter to the young woman of Malolos. The central idea here, however, is that whatever a mother shows to her children is what the children will become also. If the mother is always kissing the hand of the friars in submission, then her children will grow up to be psychopaths and mindless fools who do nothing but to do as they are told, even if the very nature of the task would violate their right as individuals.
Qualities of the mother have to possess. Rizal enumerates the qualities Filipino mother have to possess. Be a noble wife. Like her husband has full confidence in her and lack nothing of value. She brings him good. And the next one is rear her children in the service of the state. Here Rizal gives reference to the woman of Sparta who embody his quality. 3. Set standard of behavior for men around her. Like, feel safe with this person. The person must practice good self-care and not engage in unhealthy or destructive behavior. Jose Rizal give advices to the unmarried men and women. Jose Rizal points out to unmarried women that they should not be easily taken by appearance and looks because this can be very deceiving. Instead, they should take heed of men's firmness of character and lofty ideas. Rizal further adds that there are three things that a young woman must look for a man she intended to be her husband. Number one is a noble and honored name. Number two, a manly heart. Three, a high spirit incapable of being satisfied with endangered slaves. Jose Rizal centers around five salient points to the woman of Malolos. First, Filipino mothers should teach their children to love of God, to their country, and fellow men. Second, Filipino mothers should be glad and honored, like Spartan mothers, to offer their sons in the defense of their country. Third, Filipinos should know how to protect their dignity and honor. Fourth, Filipino women should educate themselves aside from retaining their good racial values. Fifth and last, faith is not merely reciting prayers and wearing religious pictures. It is living the real Christian's way with good morals and manners. In recent times, it seems that these qualities are gradually lost in the way Filipino women conduct themselves. These are oftentimes moments where mothers forget the rules in rearing their children because of their overriding ideas of having to earn for their family to supplement their husband's income. Although there is nothing negative about working hard for the welfare of the family, there must always be balance in the way people go through life. Failure in the home cannot be compensated for by any amount of wealth or fame.